Taurus rules the second house in the astrological wheel, associated not just with our money, but also with our voice, because Taurus rules the throat. So when you have a new moon in Taurus conjunct Mercury, well, something important needs to be said about your money mindset and your intentions. But there are 3 other things happening at this new moon in Taurus that you need to know about if you want to begin a new money era. In this video, I'm going to tell you what they are and give you some tarot advice for each zodiac sign. If you've ever been silenced about money, ever had something taken, ever been blindsided, then this new moon is for you. Sit with the backstory with me here for a moment because it is relevant to you and it's going to help you put into better context the tarot advice for each sign. Okay? This new moon in Taurus is at 25 degrees, conjunct Algol, the Medusa star. Medusa was defiled and blamed for Neptune taking advantage of her inside of Athena's temple. She was banished to a remote island, given snakes for hair, and was punished with the ability to turn men into stone, well, really anything she looked at. Eventually, the warrior Perseus tracked her down and slit her throat while she slept, and then he used Medusa's head, which still had its magical powers of turning people to stone, as a weapon. He would just carry it around with him. No one listened to Medusa or her story of being victimized by Neptune. Medusa is a very powerful reminder that women are often punished if they dare to speak the truth. And yes, this ties into money because why? Where is Venus, our money planet, at this new moon? It's in Gemini, the sign of communication. Venus rules Taurus. Venus is the feminine principle, Empress energy, woman energy. Mercury, Gemini's ruler, is right next to this new moon in Taurus, the sign that rules the throat. If you're an astro nerd, this is called a mutual reception. In plain talk, this is a chance to speak up about money, about what you want, what you're owed, what you've been afraid to say. And I want you to look back at these dates in time: June 2024, November 2024, April 2025, because guess what? Our old friend Uranus was exactly at 25 degrees Taurus, the new moon degree, the Algol degree back then. And maybe something went down at those times that you had no control over and were blindsided by, kind of like Medusa. So this new moon is not just about setting intentions, although those are welcome and powerful. We like that. This new moon in Taurus is about claiming for yourself a whole new money era, rebuilding what maybe was lost or taken, and starting a whole new chapter that is about redemption. So what are you going to be rebuilding in your new money era? Let us know in the comments so we can lift each other up with our goals. In this new moon in Taurus all signs tarot reading, watch for your sun sign for what to claim, your moon sign for what's been silenced, and your rising sign for where and how to rebuild. And now let's see what advice the tarot has for you on setting the intentions for rebuilding your money life. Here's to a new money era for all of us. All right, Aries, let's see what you need to know about setting intentions at this new moon in Taurus, your new money era. Aries, did you have anything go down when Uranus was at the 25-degree mark and those dates I gave in the prelude to this video? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's see. Let's see what we need to know. Aries, new moon in Taurus. Ace of Cups, beautiful. And the 4 of Coins. And there you are. Wow. Okay. So this is very exciting and interesting for you because the vibe I am getting here is that you are more than ever connected with something that is lighting up your creativity, your intuition, your soul energy, this Ace of Cups. There's your energy, the Emperor. And sandwiched in between is another number 4, a 4 of coins, the Taurus energy for me. Having safety, stability, security needs being met for you. So this is saying when you feel aligned emotionally, when you also feel safe emotionally, tapped in and tuned into your power, your natural gifts and talents, your natural Aries energy. This is, Aries on steroids here with the Emperor showing up. When you are committed to your own goals, your own plans, when you're really focused on how all of that makes you feel when you do it, when you're in the flow of your natural energy to manifest, to build, etc. That's how you create the new foundational stability and security. So this is not just about chasing a money goal out there. This is first with the Ace of Cups about how you are feeling aligned with rebuilding your money era, this next phase for yourself. Because if you have Aries rising, you had Uranus going through this second house of money, which meant money was like this. Easy come, easy go, up, down, this way, that way, sometimes disappearing, sometimes coming in. Who knew? With Uranus, you never know. So there is a chance for you here. The rebuilding is about kind of reclaiming and getting back that sense of stability because, yes, it can be quite uncertain with Uranus transiting your second house, but that's over now. It's done. Okay. So that's what I think here. When you are focusing in on an intention for yourself at this new moon, focus on a fresh emotional start. Put the past in the past about whatever topsy-turvy energy you had with your finances. And instead realize that through your own power, you can build fresh foundational security for yourself. But this requires, I think, with this Ace of Cups here, something new you're going to be doing with your own God-given gifts and creativity and investing in those in yourself a bit more. Because let's not forget also, the second house is also the house of self-worth. So Uranus, when it had been going through that second house for you in Taurus, yes, could have made you sometimes doubt your own ability to manifest, maybe doubt your self-worth. Like, how come Uranus took out a big chunk of money? Where's my replacement for that chunk of money? This type of thing. So this is telling me, again, you might have taken that personally. It was just a transit, but it can be I am rebuilding and acknowledging also my own self-worth, that I deserve to have this in my life and I deserve to create it on my own terms with something that I feel really proud and excited about. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know about your personal new moon, your new money era, rebuilding after the craziness that we have had with Uranus in your sign. And think back to those times that I gave you in the prelude to this video. What was going on with Uranus when it was on Algol in those months I referenced? Because that may give you some clues as to how you're rebuilding your money era, especially for you because you had Uranus in your sign for so long. All right, Taurus, let's see. We have a Queen of Cups. We have a Seven of Swords. And we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. This is super clear. Super, super clear. So we have the Queen of Cups showing up here. Water energy, Cancer energy. Your third house of the mind is Cancer if you have Taurus rising. Jupiter is still there, helping you to kind of expand your mindset, expand and step into a mental attitude of possibility and rebuilding. But why do we have the Seven of Swords here, dear Taurus, with the Queen of Cups? Because this is you slicing through. Here's the Ace of Swords. Any emotional shenanigans that other people are still trying to put you through or that are left over from the Uranus transit or that you're still dealing with your own self, processing through, and it's okay. But there is an emotional truth to absolutely confront, to deal with, and to not keep in the shadows any longer. This is your liberating new moon. Really, watch the prelude. If you skipped ahead just to get to your sign, please watch the prelude to this video because it holds the key. It holds the key to this interpretation. Okay, so that is the thing. And notice these two figures are facing off with one another. The Seven of Swords is looking at the Queen of Cups and vice versa. So any emotional Fibonacci's, as I like to call lies and fibs of Fibonacci's, it's time to break out of that cycle. It's time to let the truth set you free. Here's the Ace of Swords, the mental energy, the Gemini energy. This Mercury is in your sign, conjunct this new moon on Algol of speaking the truth, not letting your voice be silenced. And then we have we have Venus, your ruling planet, in Gemini. So yes, are there two perspectives? Because Gemini is always about two things, right? Are there two perspectives? Yeah. There is the Fibonacci, and then there is the truth, Ace of Swords. So which one are you going to choose? Let me know in the comments. But the Ace of Swords, beautiful energy. That aces for me are about the self. Number one, this is about slicing through any last bits of stuff, as I explained, whether coming from out there or inside of you, to free yourself from what is not true for you anymore. Because yes, I know sometimes there's an energetic hangover after we have had a very difficult transit. It's kind of like, all right, the transit has passed. You wake up and you're like, okay, am I really free at last? Am I really okay now? Can I make a plan? Can I cut myself free from the past? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And this new moon is perfect for you to do this. You need a fresh emotional investment of energy. You need a fresh mental infusion of energy into something new in terms of your money. So, Ace of Swords, do some research. What are some fresh ideas that you would like to start percolating and investing your energy into when it comes to making money? Do you have an idea for a business? Do you have an idea for writing a book? That's very Ace of Swords. Do you have an idea for something else that you can initialize with your brain, your beautiful, smart brain? What is it? This is the time also with this Ace of Swords to put something down on paper. You could also write a self-contract with yourself that, I declare that I will do this. I will investigate this. This is where I see myself going. I release myself from the past. All of these types of things can be very, very helpful. And what are your money goals? Like, write them down concretely. Also, you might want to do some journaling. Again, these are just suggestions for this money reset, this money era of, okay, universe, I am so grateful and happy that I have now manifested my whatever. Like, it's already done, in other words. Law of assumption. It is complete. It's already out there on the timeline for you. You're just rising now to meet that timeline. That's your new money era. And I'm also going to say this to you, Taurus, with that Ace of Swords. There could be a very nice communication, victory, success, something you're signing up for, an important communication that you're going to be responding to in Gemini season, I think in the first 3 weeks of June. So kind of keep that on your radar also. And that could also be a setup for you for the money goals and your new money era. All right, Gemini, let's see what you need to know about your new money era. Venus is in your sign. How has it been treating you? Have you gotten any gifts, goodies, favors happening from the universe? Let us know in the comments. We always like to hear from the Geminis. Okay, let us see. Your ruling planet conjunct this new moon. So this is important. This is happening behind you, right? So if you have Gemini rising, it's happening in your 12th house of kind of karmic wrap-ups, of freeing yourself mentally from blockages when it comes to manifesting more money. But let's see what you need to know overall about this for you, Gemini. Ace of Cups, beautiful. And the Two of Swords. It's kind of like you want to, but you're hesitating. Oh, the Tower. There's Uranus. And it's in your sign. Okay. I think this new moon is helping you really tap into a desire. a whole new desire for your life. You've probably already been thinking about it. It might even go back to earlier this year, like Pisces season. But there has been a hesitation. The Two of Swords is here. So there's been a sitting on the fence. Do I, don't I? I don't know. What do I do? I think that Uranus might be bringing you some sort of breakthrough in terms of getting this Ace of Cups situation underway. So starting something that for you has an enormous emotional potential. Yes, it can have financial potential also, but first it needs to feel exciting and creative to your soul. It needs to feel intuitively aligned. And then when you follow up on it, then the money can come. It's like that type of thing. You're following your joy first. Then the rest falls into place. Now, what is very interesting is that on, I believe it's the 17th of May. So just, I think the next day, I would have to look at the calendar again, but I'm pretty sure this is the day. Mercury, your ruling planet, will move into your sign and also meet up with Uranus. I'm going to talk about that in a weekly video for the channel, so stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss it. But I think that's what this Uranus energy, the tower showing up, is doing here. So I'm feeling like there's some sort of lightning bolt, awakening, awareness, idea, plan, like the aha moment of, oh, that's what I need to do to move forward successfully with this. Okay, so that's fine. It's happening like the next day after the new moon. And you do want to set, intentions after the new moon, not like really the day of, because we're still in the dark of the moon. It's like, a day or two after. So I think you're right to be pausing currently with this Two of Swords. You're feeling your way through, and divine inspiration is going to spark this tower. Now, that divine inspiration can come in various forms. It could come, yes, through some sort of an idea. It could come through a communication breakthrough. Maybe somebody you've been waiting to hear from finally gets back to you. Whatever the case may be, an intuitive download you get from the universe. Okay, so it's Uranus, it's wild card. It's going to be different for everybody out there. But I would say, be open to an unexpected door, maybe opening for you to show you the way to go with this new money era. Like, what is the next step for you? That next step may be very different than the current things. And you probably have two things here that you're currently thinking is going to happen. I think it's going to turn out differently than what you're thinking, or at least the way, the way it gets underway is going to be different than what you're currently thinking. So, I would say with this new moon, setting intentions that you are open to happy, unexpected doors opening up for you that align with your deepest desires. All right, Cancer, let's see what you need to know about your new money era. Now, for you, it's very interesting because you still have Jupiter, planet of opportunity, in your sign at this new moon. And this new moon is happening in your 11th house of personal gains. Money, good luck money coming, that type of thing. So let us see what you need to know. And Venus is in your 12th house, Gemini. So like kind of, something good coming because you've put in the work, I think, in the past. All right. And something you've been waiting on to hear about, also very possibly. Something coming in unexpected, that 12th house. You don't see it coming. Page of Coins and the Two of Wands. There's the key unlocking your treasure box. Oh, and there's your treasure box, 10 of Coins. Okay. So I think this is very interesting. We have the Taurus. We have the Page of Coins. I think this is about really feeling into the body of what feels right for you, because Taurus is also about the body. It's not just Virgo. And we have two boxes, if you see in this Two of Wands, but only one is being chosen, and the key is heading toward that box. So yes, with Venus and Gemini, there might be two financial possibilities, choices, opportunities for you right now. Before you make a move and make that decision, I think what the tarot is saying is feel it in your body. Do your homework about it. What's going to give you the most bang for your buck, the most financial possibility? Because again, this new moon's happening in your 11th house of let's make money, honey, personal gains. And we have a very lovely card here, this 10 of coins. Because what you're choosing now, the intentions you're setting to reboot your money life, to have a new money era, it's not just about paying my bills this month. This is about let's be paying our bills for the next 10, 20, 30 years out of the money that we can possibly manifest right now in our new money era. So that is what I would say here, because you don't want to choose blindly. I think it is, like I said, about the concrete information, financial information with the Page of Coins, but it's also, you know how you are, Cancer, right? It's like, how does it feel in your body, in your intuition, but especially in the body? If you're feeling a weird twinge or your stomach's getting like upset, that's information. That information is just as valid as facts and figures on a spreadsheet. So, but it's both. It's both things that you need, I think, to make this particular decision. An intention that you are setting, that it's got to be aligned for you in both ways. And in so doing, choosing that and building your new money era with that in mind, you have a very strong potential here to manifest the 10 of coins. This is very, very nice. You know, it may have something also to do with choices about real estate and property and which way to go as well, like which one to buy. It's not just about, oh, the price is cheaper on this one now. What about 10 years from now? Is it going to hold its value? I mean, real estate is such an up and down thing. I mean, who knows? But you will just do your research as best as you can to figure out your choice of how you're going to move forward with this. Okay. So that is what I would say with this particular energy. Financial homework and also intuitive tuning in and homework. And I also think that it's very possible in about 2 weeks, with this Two of Wands that is showing up here, you might be right there making some sort of decision for your future. That Two of Wands can happen fast. So you want to get yourself aligned with the Page of Coins and start getting the information you need so that you're ready to unlock that treasure chest fast. All right, Leos, let's see what you need to know about your new money era with this new moon conjunct Mercury. Now, for you, it's super interesting because it is in your 10th house of career. And having had Uranus transit through there the last 7-8 years, you have had many career ups, downs, twists, turns, stops, starts, all sorts of things. So this absolutely can be your money era reboot to get a fresh start going in your career zone. And also with Venus in Gemini, your 11th house of networks, that may have something to do with it as well. Kind of getting yourself out there a little bit more, maybe setting some intentions to schmooze and go to conferences, make yourself more visible in some way, call in a few favors. That's also possible. In other words, you're going to work your networks. All right, let's see. There also could be like the emphasis on the new when it comes to new ideas, Mercury, right? Mercury conjunct this new moon that maybe you couldn't speak of before for whatever reason. Again, watch the prelude to this video with the algol message that I was sharing with you. So there's something I think about reclaiming your voice, reclaiming your truth about what you need from your career, what you need from your public visibility in some way. 6 of coins. 10 of swords. Yeah. And then the 5 of wands. Okay. So we have the Libra showing up here, which is your 3rd house of communications. So you just want some fairness. You want things to be balanced, fair, especially when it comes to the money, because of the 6 of coins here. And I think you want to be rewarded for your work. Like there's something here that maybe the money has been out of whack that you have not been paid fairly in some way, or the pay was stuck. I mean, this 10 of swords, it could be like, well, we didn't give you a raise for 5 years because whatever. They complained, the company, they had no money. Meanwhile, their CEO was making 40 million. Okay. Right. It could be something like that situation. And then we have this 5 of wands. So we do have this kind of like this inner frustration. Like this 10 of swords, 5 of wands, a very interesting combination because it's been this mental frustration that I think you're also feeling physically, like this burning, churning, like, It's stuck, both of these. I mean, I kind of look at this as spinning your wheels. Like they're, things are all over the place. Nothing is congealing and coming together. Same thing, the 10 of swords. I'm stuck here, back up against the wall. Woe is me, So that was your whole Uranus story. But now here we go. So what would make you feel fair and valued? How can you also perhaps have more work-life balance in your life? That's another possibility with this particular energy. Does this signal a need for working for yourself, raising your rates if you already work for yourself, so that your accounting books are more balanced at the end of the month? So getting paid fairly, that is something that is really key here, I think, for you with whatever this new money era is. And that, like I said, that you can have more mental, this is the thing, it's your third house, more mental equilibrium with what you're doing, that there's not so much stress, because we also had that with those other 2 cards, that it's more ease, flow, balance, harmony, all the Libra things. So if you're contemplating setting an intention for manifesting a new career opportunity, those are the things that I would keep in mind for your new money era. It's not about selling your soul. It's not about, you've already been doing that with that 10 of swords, 5 of wands. This is about fairness and also harmony, and that you don't have to feel like you're constantly on edge in order to be fairly compensated. All right, Virgos, let's see what you need to know about your new money era. This new moon in Taurus conjunct your ruling planet, Mercury, in your 9th house of expansion and growth mindset. What you think is possible for yourself when it comes to manifesting more money, new money, fresh money. And then Venus is in your 10th house at this new moon of career. So let's see, Virgos. What do you need to know? Virgo. We have you, the Hermit, and we have the Magician. Ooh. And we have the 7 of coins. You got a coin in your basket, Virgo. All right. So I think this new moon for you is kind of like, how can I step into my power even more? Because you are the source of your own power and manifestation, obviously, right? Here you are, Hermit. You're feeling aligned. You're feeling like things are falling into place for you. Number 9, we're talking about the 9th house with this new moon. So you're feeling like, yes, I feel spiritually aligned. I feel ready to shine this Hermit light on some new possibilities for myself to grow. Whether I'm growing spiritually, or I'm growing because I'm writing new things, that's very 9th house, or I'm traveling, or I'm learning things about the internet, or starting my own internet business, whatever I'm doing in my 9th house, like I'm feeling like I am ready for this with this Hermit. So the thing here is with this Magician. So this is going to require you to tap in a little bit more, a little deeper into your gifts and talents. And we all have them. It's gotten you to this point, the 7 of coins. You got a coin in your basket, which is good. Okay, so things are okay. It's good. 7 of coins is good. We don't mind a 7 of coins, but we want to get to our 10 of coins, or a 9 of coins even. We'll take that too. How do we do that? This new moon is about how can you empower yourself to the next level. And it's going to be about growth and expansion. And maybe there's certain skills you're going to start growing and expanding into that you haven't tapped into yet. So that is another thing to think about. Uranus is in your 10th house now in Gemini. It's a whole new scenario with your career. This is going to require you to learn new technologies, new ways of communication, new ways of thinking, all the Gemini things, new ways of networking. You already got that. The Magician here, which is a very good communication energy. So it's going to be about communicating first to yourself. Well, how can I do this? And then second, to let other people know, this is what I can do. This is how I can do it. Because as I said in the prelude to this video, which I hope you did watch, this Algol, this new moon on Algol and Mercury right there, again, the throat, the talking, right? Are you going to really step into owning your voice to the next level? There are other things you want to say about whatever it is you got to say about the world, life, your career, what do you want to do, all the things. So that's what I'm saying. It's time to really step into that energy. Absolutely. And let your spirit guide you. That's the other thing. You are ready for this expansion. It's very exciting for you. But yes, it will require some change. Yeah, it will. And that's the thing with the Seven of Coins, right? It's like a little bit of status quo energy. It's there. The tree is there. The bucket's there. The coin is there. And we can stay there if we want. But we can just keep getting the same results if we don't grow our mindset, if we don't grow our skills, if we don't up level into our new money era. All right, Libras, let's see what you need to know about this new moon in Taurus in your 8th house of other people's money and your ruling planet in Gemini, your 9th house of expansion. So this could be setting some intentions for, yes, being better able to utilize the resources of others in your new money era. So loans, inheritances, scholarships, having more clients pay you if you have your own business, having your job give you a raise. That to me is very 8th house. It's money that comes from other people. All right, so let's see what you need to know. Libras. We have the Two of Coins. No, we have the 8 of Cups. And we have the Page of Coins. Okay. The Two of Coins. There he is on his little bicycle. He's just trying to keep his head above water. He's got one bill he pays, then he pays the other one. And then round and around we go, trying to balance that budget. We have the 8 of Cups showing up here. The Pisces, your 6th house of work and well-being. And I call this waving goodbye, waving hello. And then our Taurus energy, the Page of Coins, making a plan, concrete plan, investigating, researching, finding out more information that you can use to your advantage. I think what this is saying is to set an intention to find out how to leverage resources, find out how to make connections, find out where are the new jobs, where is the one job that will pay you better than having these 2 part-time jobs that you may be doing right now. Those Two of Coins, back and forth, back and forth. There's something here to release. I mean, the 8 of Cups is here. So it may be time to refresh your mindset. I mean, Mercury is conjunct this new moon. Refresh your mindset about a financial new beginning, the new money era, the Page of Coins. But this is also a beginning because this Two of Coins, it ain't working. It's just not. So, but there can be, sometimes we have our own resistance to change. Of course, because change requires something different from us. And so this 8 of Cups, yes, even though this is not great, Two of Coins, at least it's something and you know how to handle it. Two of Coins, you're balancing it. It's not ideal though. So I would suggest for your new money era that you look at your own resistance to changing something that could lead you to a new open door for resources, advice, refinancings, even with the Page of Coins. It just depends on what you have going on in your life. Eighth house, it's all those deep money topics. So it just depends. The same thing, this could be finding out ways that you can, refinance or manage debt payments by talking to professionals. Page of Coins. That's what I would suggest with your new money era is how can you let go of a situation that is not ideal, but maybe you got a little comfortable and stuck there. It's time to take the initiative with finding new resources in your life, whatever they may be, because this is saying, Page of Coins, they are out there. But this is the key shift, this Eight of Cups, is having that emotional change within you that is like, yeah, I better start getting this underway for myself. Because also, Libra, we have a very fortunate transit for you that is happening in early June, and it's in your house of career. So personally, if I were you, I would start using that Page of Coins energy to start and put feelers out there. Start doing, like I was saying, some research, some information, making phone calls, applying to things, setting times for meetings, all of that type of stuff with people who can change your money life in some way. Investors, your boss asking for a raise, going for job interviews, like these types of things. All right, Scorpio, let's see what you need to know about this new moon in Taurus, your new money era. Now, this is happening in your 7th house of other people. So this can be about setting intentions to rebuild after you may have had a betrayal or a disappointment coming from some relationship, whether business or personal, that could have wrecked your money in some way. Maybe it was a bad business deal. Maybe it was a divorce. Maybe it was something else that happened, something unexpected. Obviously, Uranus has been transiting that 7th house for you. And now it's time to rebuild and recover whatever was lost or didn't materialize appropriately because of somebody else in your life. That is the thing. All right, let's see. There you are, King of Cups. And we have the Knight of Coins. Oh, you are determined. And the 5 of Swords. Okay, so there definitely was some sort of money fight. I feel like I need another one. Knight of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Okay, because we know the 5 of Swords. We know. Now, here's another thing I'm going to say about this 5 of Swords. It's been a little hard for you to shift that 5 of Swords from your heart. And that's okay because, it takes as long as it takes some time. But this new moon could be very helpful with helping you heal. Maybe the slate isn't totally wiped clean yet, but it's going to make good progress for you, the Knight of Cups. There can be an emotional shift in your energy if you are determined, which I think you are with this Knight of Coins showing up here after your energy. To address and shift a long entrenched stress, fight, upset about whatever went down, how you lost money because of somebody else in your life during the Uranus transit. And the reset is absolutely about, I accept that it may take a little time, Knight of Coins, but also I know that I can create the change I want. And part of that change that I want in my money life also has to do with my Knight of Cups energy showing up here, which is the emotional shift in my energy of leaving behind the mental agitation of going over and over and again about what went down, because that's not going to help you set intentions and create what's new, even if it's still feeling tender. Again, it takes as long as it takes to heal, but I think you can at least set the intention at this new moon that you will do your best to keep focusing your energies on rebuilding. I think this is very interesting, this 2 of Wands that is showing up and this Knight of Cups. We have a very favorable energy happening in the beginning of June. It's happening in Cancer. your ninth house of expansion and growth. It's not quite within 2 weeks. It's a little farther away, but within a couple weeks, you could see something new start to open up for you in your money life with your new money era. A piece of information coming in, an important contact getting back to you, a door opening, but whatever the case may be, that will be some good news for you. The thing is here, though, is these 2 nights, because that is about the energy of being in shift. And what needs to shift? I already said it. It's that 5 of Swords. So I would do the best you can to accept the new emotional and financial reality that you're in, and also accept that, yes, you can change it. You are in the process of changing it. You are doing all the right things to change it. And you are ready for that key to unlock your treasure box, that you are ready for that, and you are ready to replenish what might have been taken from you. But work on shifting your mindset, that 5 of Swords. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what you need to know about your new money era with the energies happening at this new moon in Taurus. Mercury conjunct the sun and the moon, and this is happening in your 6th house of work and well-being. All right, let us see. Sagittarius. We have a Knight of Swords. We have a Page of Coin. That little page has been coming up so much today. And the 7 of Swords. This really is about facing the truth. Absolutely. And facing it with cold, hard facts. That's what I think with this Page of Coins in the middle here. Maybe somebody was trying to keep the facts from you in some way. 7 of Swords. You could have been keeping them from yourself also. That's possible. We can all tell ourselves fairy stories. Absolutely. Even the most grounded among us can tell ourselves fairy stories. But this Knight of Swords is signaling a quick cut, a quick breakthrough, a quick release from a fib, from a lie, from a Fibonacci. Okay. So if you watch the prelude to this video, which I encouraged everyone to do to get the backstory to understand the individual readings, Medusa, she had her throat sliced. And why? Because she dared to speak up about an injustice that was done to her. And so this can be that you are also finally speaking the truth about an injustice that was done to you. That could be this Knight of Swords that's coming up here. In terms of your work life, especially. It could be with well-being, because this is your 6th house. But it can also be that, I am not going to believe anybody who comes with promises of whatever. I'm only going to believe if they show up with the cash. Like, don't dangle a carrot in front of me that you're going to promote me or give me more money per hour. I want to see it in the contract. I want that in my hand. I want it in writing. Where's the email? Where's the contract? So there may be something like this, because Uranus, having gone through that 6th house for you, could have been bringing just, ups, downs, this, that, the other thing with your work environment. And there could have been all sorts of changes. Again, they could have made promises and then they didn't keep them. So that's what I would say with this. Like, your new money era involves cold, hard facts. And there's also here with this Knight of Swords, I think you are standing up for yourself a lot more as well. And you're not taking people's, word for it on face value anymore. It's not that you're distrusting, but you are just being a lot more prudent and savvy and practical. This Page of Coins here. So there could also be some money news that comes in very quickly for you. I think in Gemini season, it's very possible here with this Knight of Swords, Page of Coins, that shows you have made the right decisions in speaking truth to power. That's very possible here. Calling out lies, calling out bullshit. Now, I'm not saying you need to go marching down to HR or the head office and start doing this. I'm saying you're just doing it to yourself. You're acknowledging, you know what? They've been gaslighting me. They've been telling me all sorts of crap. I'm not going to put up with that anymore. So it can be something like that. Like, you get news that there's a new job you can apply for that maybe is more steady and pays you on a more steady, regular basis. Because again, Uranus in that 6th house uncertainty. One day you have a job and you're making money. The next day you may not be. It's like this type of thing. It can be gig work when you have Uranus in the 6th house, but that's out of there now. So you could also be seeking something more stable for yourself and setting the intention around that for your new money era. And there could be some news that arrives quickly in Gemini season that starts, the wheels in motion for you with that. So that's also possible. Capricorn, new money era. New moon in your 5th house of creativity, the house of the entrepreneur, taking risks and your heart space. And Mercury is there. Your new money era is a lot about your creative brain power. So let us see. And by that, I mean coming up with fresh, innovative solutions for whatever you got going on in your money life and your career life. It's going to be about invention, not doing the same old, same old. Okay, let us see. Capricorn. Yeah, 8 of Cups. The 10 of Swords. The Knight of Wands. The 4 of Coins. And the 6 of Swords. Okay. I had to pull a couple extra because Knight of Wands, ending on a Knight of Wands, it doesn't tell me where you're going. I need to know. So other signs, if you're cross-watching, don't get mad. Okay. All right. So we have your 3rd house of the mind and communication showing up here. Mercury, of course, is in the frame at this new moon. So your mind is kind of ready to wave goodbye to releasing maybe a project you already finished up with. You're releasing old ways of doing things. You want a fresh challenge, I think, with this 8 of Cups, because, 10 of Swords here, maybe things have been a little ho-hum. Maybe you just have felt mentally stuck and you want a fresh infusion of mental energy and, moving toward a passion project. Here we go with this Knight of Wands in your heart. So it's like you want to feel that sense of inspiration again and fast movement. Like what has been going on over here? There's been like things held up. There could have been red tape. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what was going on for you with this 10 of Swords, 8 of Cups, because that was very frustrating for you. But because your heart is totally opposite. So you're really feeling this vibe. And we have the Taurus energy here with this 4 of Coins. So you are ready to invest your energy, that 4 of Coins, your energy, your money, your time into building something that really matters to you. Yes, this can be your career, but it's coming from your creative energy. So this is not just about, let me go get another job. No, this is about, all right, if I'm going to go get another job, it needs to be more of a creative challenge for me in some way. And yeah, maybe the money needs to be a little more stable too. Okay, that's possible. But then we also have the 6 of Swords, the Gemini energy. Uranus is in there now, right? And that's your 6th house of work, daily life. So, and this is about maybe moving on to doing something new and innovative with your daily work, using technology in different ways that are more stimulating for you and that also solve a problem. And what problem is this 6 of Swords solving for you? It's solving the 10 of Swords problem, which was bored. I'm stuck here, bored, can't wait to leave and move on. Ants in my pants, Knight of Wands, get me out of here, dude. So that's the thing. So the intention for your new money era is about moving on. And moving on to that which is grounding, stable, pays you, that you want to invest in, and that is also firing you up and is mentally stimulating and expanding your capabilities, especially in using technology in some way. That is Uranus in the 6th house. I don't make the rules. Okay, so if you don't like technology, I'm sorry. But it's also in using your communication skills in a new way as well. And, it can be simple things. It can be like, maybe it's finally time for you to get a website if you don't have one. It can be like that type of thing, to have your art portfolio on or whatever it is. But I like this here. I like this 4 of Coins because I think you already have some sort of grounded, stable idea that you want to invest your heart energy into. Again, this is the 5th house we're talking about. And you just got to make the move. That's what I think, is setting the intention to get that underway for yourself, because this ain't cutting it over here. So the time is coming for a release. Now, this might be happening. You're going to get mad at me if I tell you when, but why do I have to wait so long? Okay, you don't have to wait so long. I'm just giving you an idea. This may or may not apply to your time frame, but we do have a very huge lunar eclipse happening on August 26th in Pisces. And that may be when this starts coming to fruition for you. Because yes, you can set an intention now for your new money era. And I know you, Capricorn, you're going to do what you can to work toward it. But sometimes it takes things to align into place before that next chapter can fully be underway. And this is the key here for me, because something does have to shift and go to get that underway. But meanwhile, you're going to start trying to, put some pieces into place for yourself. You're going to start setting your intentions. You're going to start making some plans, building the groundwork, that 4 of coins. So when the time is right that you are released from that mental mishigas over here, possibly at that lunar eclipse in Pisces, there you go. Your whole new money era starts unfolding rapidly for you. All right, Aquarius, let's see what you need to know about the new moon in Taurus, your 4th house of home, family, roots, and also your financial foundation. And we know that the 4th house took a hit very strongly from Uranus. That is the house you count on to be stable and secure. With Uranus transiting through there, it was anything but. As we know, we've shared stories here on the channel, but now it's a new moon. So we're on the other side and we're going to rebuild. We're going to rebuild our financial foundation in life. That is our new money era for 4th house Taurus people. All right, let's see what we have here. We have a 7 of Wands. We have a 9 of Cups. And we have the Leo. Beautiful. Okay. I think Leo's season is going to be very interesting for you in that regard this year. There could be a money wish that happens for you because you are patient now, because you are laying the groundwork now. You are setting the intentions. You are doing the work. Patience, the Strength card, Leo, 7 of Wands, end of July, Leo. You might have something to celebrate at that time. Right now, what do we have going on? We have a 7 of Wands, which is about keeping your equilibrium, keeping your boundaries intact, and also feeling like things are not such a fight and a struggle and a balancing act all the time. So this is what I would say here with this strength. What do you need? And for everybody out there watching, it's going to be different. But what do you need to feel that you are financially strong, that your foundation is financially built to last? It's going to mean different things to different people. What's the number? Write it down. Is it weekly? Is it monthly, yearly? I think actually putting it into writing and seeing it every day and affirming for yourself, I am so happy and grateful now that I have manifested X amount of dollars for X amount of time. And having the patience and affirming that for yourself over and over again. Because there is something here about getting out of a financial wobble of going back and forth. And this can also be, here are all these wands over here. This can also be types of things like creditors coming after you. Or feeling like it's, every time you turn around, there's another bill to pay. Anybody else feel like that? Let me know in the comments. Which can feel very destabilizing when you are counting all your pennies and you're watching everything. And, you're like, didn't I just pay that? So that's what I'm saying. You can make strides, I think, with your rebuilding your financial foundation. It may require a little innovative thinking. Mercury is there, right? It may require really proclaiming for yourself, what is this wish? Maybe you've never spoken it aloud before. Because this energy, if you watch the prelude of the video, this is about not letting your voice be silent. Universe needs to hear you. The people in your life need to hear you. And what also they need to do to start contributing, because, the Leo is also your 7th house of other people. How are they contributing to the financial foundation in your life or not? Are they acting as, pains in the butt? Maybe they're not being supportive. So there could be some things going on there depending on your personal situation. But it could be also with Uranus in your 5th house, and Venus is also there right now. It can be about coming up with unusual solutions to whatever you have going on in order to rebuild. And because this is the 4th house, and it's going to be different for everybody, but it could be the type of thing. Well, yeah, you know what? Maybe we're going to go live in Thailand, or maybe we're going to go downsize and move to a tiny house, or maybe we're going to go do this, that, or the other thing. Whatever your wish is, that could be very surprising. Uranus in the 5th house. You might surprise yourself, but actually that could be the thing that could bring strength back to building your new money era. Very possible. But again, patience, and look to the things that are happening now that are connected with the end of July and into August for additional insights. And I think some of you are manifesting, maybe this is what's going on here in August, an improvement to the home you already have. It could be that you're celebrating finding the place where you feel safe and strong and where you can grow. That's another possibility. So some of you may be looking at a move coming up that could be the answer to have this fresh start money era. And Pisces, let's see what you need to know about your new money era. You have this beautiful new moon conjunct Mercury, the planet of the mind, in your 3rd house of the mind. So this is absolutely about a mindset reset with what you think is possible for you, for your finances, for your new money era. And you could be profiting from inventions of your mind, from your writing, from your communications, from your teaching, if you're a teacher, from your sales, if you're in sales, these types of things. Okay, let us see. There you are, Pisces, Queen of Cups, and a 6 of Wands victory energy. And the 7 of Wands is showing up again. You saw me. Success is going to require new boundaries. That's what I feel is going on here for you. So maybe there's been something going on where you've been holding yourself back a little bit, or you weren't speaking the truth or looking at the truth about your financial situation, or maybe you're just afraid to put something into words. It can be sometimes like that. Because as I said in the prelude to this video, we're talking about Medusa. We're talking about the throat chakra. We're talking about a sense of renewal. And so there is something here where you could have a beautiful success, the 6 of Wands. But then you have a 7 of Wands after it. How do you maintain that new money era level of success? You may need to put up boundaries or have better boundaries with people in your life that are threatened by that success. Maybe they are going to come around and be like, hey, Pisces, can I borrow this or that? Or can you help me with this or that, and throw you off your game? That's possible. So it could just be energetically, you're going to be going to a different level where that is not around you. Okay. Sometimes we don't have to literally cut people out of our lives. We just don't see them as often. That's all. So it could be something like that. But there is something here with visibility with the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is an energy that is associated with communication. And returning to a sense of doing something well, of pride, of just, celebrating your accomplishments. But it's not just you celebrating. It is people around you as well who are like, Pisces, you got it going on. Good job. So there's a sense here of recognition and success in this new money era that is brought about by your mindset. Again, how you're thinking. You're thinking about yourself in an up-leveled way, in a different way, in a way that, yes, is better boundary, doesn't have hangers on trying to suck on your energy, emotional vampires, etc. So that's what I would say to this is, it's not just about you using your mind. That's important, of course, to create this success and, communicate what you need to communicate in order to have a victory and success. But it's also, how do you hold on to that and keep building upon it? You have the boundaries in place. So I would add that part in to setting your intentions for your new money era, that it's okay to protect your energy in your new money era, because your energy is showing up here. And we only have so many hours in the day. We only have so much energy to go around. And you need it for yourself. You got big things brewing here, Pisces. And also, let's not forget, you have Saturn in your second house of money right now. And that is encouraging you to really commit to building your resources with hard work and focus and perseverance and commitment. And also, your ruling planet is in that second house as well. So building something from your sense of identity that you feel proud about. And that's what's going on here with this Queen of Cups and this Six of Wands. There is something you're rebuilding that nobody can take away from you. They might try, Seven of Wands, but they're not going to be able to. Only if you let them, and you're not going to let them. So thank you so much for joining me for your new moon in Taurus money era tarot astrology forecast. Would love to hear from you in the comments. And if you really are vibing with astrology, then definitely check out my free Stella scope, monthly highlights, mini horoscopes, all free. It's on my website. I will leave a link in the description of the video. And if you got value out of this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up, the hype, sharing it out with some friends, leaving some comments. All of that engagement really helps the channel and helps push the video out to more people who could benefit from its messages. And I thank you so much for doing that. Channel members, thank you so much for your support every single month. I really appreciate you guys. And of course, I appreciate and love y'all. You are the best, and your support warms my heart and means the world to me. So thank you once again for being here for another video. More to come. So if you're not subscribed, or you forgot if you were subscribed, just check it out. Click that subscribe, the bell, so you don't miss when new stuff comes on the channel. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out.